and welcome back to Sustainability Ventures, where we look past green slogans and examine how sustainability actually works in the real world. Today, we're tackling a topic that almost no one wants to question: government subsidies in clean energy. Subsidies are usually framed as heroic, as essential, as the reason the energy transition is possible. But here's the uncomfortable question: are clean energy subsidies fixing markets or quietly breaking them? Because while subsidies can accelerate innovation, they can also distort prices, misallocate capital, and slow real progress. Let's break it down. Let's start with the intent, because the intent matters. Governments subsidize clean energy to reduce carbon emissions, correct fossil fuel advantages built over decades, accelerate early-stage technologies, protect energy security, and create green jobs. And historically, this made sense. Fossil fuels benefited from infrastructure built with public money, direct and indirect subsidies, and environmental costs pushed onto society. Clean energy needed help to compete, so subsidies were introduced as a temporary bridge, not a permanent crutch. But over time, that bridge turned into something else. Here's the core problem. Subsidies don't just support markets, they reshape them. When incentives are poorly designed or overstretched, they can mask real costs, reward volume over performance, keep inefficient technologies alive, crowd out better solutions. Instead of competition driven by reliability, efficiency, life cycle emissions, markets become driven by who qualifies for subsidies, who understands policy loopholes, and who lobbies best. At that point, price signals stop reflecting reality. And when price signals break, investment decisions break with them. One of the biggest distortions: projects built because subsidies exist, not because they make system-level sense. Examples include renewable plants built far from demand centers, solar farms with no storage or grid upgrades, wind power generating electricity when no one needs it. The result? Energy curtailment, wasted public money, and grid instability. Electricity prices collapse at certain hours, sometimes even going negative, while consumers still pay higher bills overall. The system looks greener on paper, but performs worse in reality. Another distortion happens when subsidies ignore life cycle impacts. Most clean energy subsidies focus on installation, capacity added, and emissions at the point of generation, but they often ignore mining emissions, manufacturing pollution, supply chain dependencies, and end-of-life waste. This means a technology can be subsidized, labeled green, and politically celebrated, while its total environmental footprint remains poorly understood. When subsidies reward labels instead of outcomes, markets optimize for optics, not sustainability. Here's a reality few people talk about. Subsidies don't always benefit innovation. They often benefit large incumbents, firms with policy expertise, and companies that can absorb compliance costs. Smaller innovators? They struggle with complex application processes, delayed reimbursements, and regulatory uncertainty. So instead of fostering competition, subsidies can entrench market power. The clean energy sector becomes less dynamic, not more. That's not a transition, that's consolidation. Another distortion: when entire business models depend on government support. If subsidies change, projects collapse, investors pull out, workers lose jobs. We've seen this happen repeatedly. Solar booms followed by crashes, manufacturing plants shutting down after policy shifts, investor confidence evaporating overnight. A resilient energy system should survive elections. If clean energy only works under perfect policy conditions, that's not resilience, that's fragility. Clean energy matters, climate action matters, but how we intervene matters just as much. Subsidies should accelerate reality, not distort it. If you found this breakdown useful, hit like, subscribe to the Sustainability Ventures community, and tell me in the comments, should clean energy survive without subsidies, or do we need a smarter model? Because sustainability isn't about slogans, it's about systems, and systems only work when incentives tell the truth.